Explosions are reminiscent of previous high-profile cases involving serial attacks. This afternoon, I spoke with James Fitzgerald, a former FBI agent who played a big role in the infamous UNABOMBER investigation. How do you go about tying the victims together to try to find one thing you can maybe grab onto to investigate?
Sure, and in the world of profiling and behavioralism, we call that victimology. And whenever we have a victim of a crime, we want to know everything about that person, their past, their background, their present associations, where they used to live, where they live now, where they work. And we look for, if you have multiple victims, as we do in this case, at least 3 so far, we would look for what kind of a nexus is there between them or among them.
In terms of the geographic locations of these explosions, what are agents doing right now to figure out a pattern, perhaps, that's happening?
What I've always learned, whether it's a serial bank robber, serial rapist, serial bomber, whatever, the first crime scene is almost always the most significant one. Not just to do with the evidence and the device itself, in this case a bombing, but also it may be the area most familiar to the offender. He may have had some type of a past connection to that first bombing.
Right now, we don't know of any types of messages that have been conveyed either to the victims or to police. Could that be happening and they're just not telling us about it?
I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps an old school type letter shows up at some media outlet in your area. If it is some type of an ideological or philosophical purpose behind these bombings, you may see some sort of a notification, and it may be really what this person represents and feels, or it may be sort of a ruse, something to throw off investigators with misinformation. This person put a lot of time, effort, and energy, and probably some money too, to develop and put together these particular devices. At some point, he's wanting to let people know why he's doing this.
Fitzgerald is author of the book A Journey to the Center of the Mind, which chronicles his career as an FBI profiler. He says the Austin attacker could choose to change their method of their attacks due to the widespread news coverage. And Fitzgerald believes the attacker is closely following media reports about his or her activities.